Why it's desperately important for us to locate the Lifehold as soon as possible, because if it gets destroyed, we all drop dead on the spot. No more redos, no sequel, no re-release. Look how poorly that one aged, huh? It's been a while since I released this video about Xenoblade Chronicles X. If you watched that and have been waiting for a part 2, you may have missed the update I gave on it. I don't know exactly how this happens, but one day my Wii U decided to just give up on life. I switched it on and it just said no. Everything was gone. My games, my save files, everything. And considering this had been basically the 4th time that I tried to make this video work, I gave up and I shelved everything. However, Nintendo and Monolith just randomly chucked out an announcement trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, and I'm speechless. There was always a hope in the back of my head that maybe this game would one day get the Switch treatment, it would get re-released on Switch and all of the original components would be enabled, but I didn't hold out too much hope. I mean, why would you? There's previous articles that suggested that this would be a monumental task for Monolith and it would also be a very expensive thing to do. I had absolutely no reason to believe that this was ever going to happen, you know, outside of blatant personal desire to have the game on Switch. So now what? Like, it's coming back? According to the tweet, it's got additional story elements, it's got changed story elements, I guess? I don't know. Visually already, I'm a lot more interested in it, especially the character models, because they don't look ugly anymore. I'm sorry, but the character models in the original version of the game were one of my biggest peeves. I hated how they looked. They looked so weird. But this has sort of brought them more in tune with exactly what I would have wanted out of a remaster of the game. They haven't changed the environment, or at least I can't see that they've changed the environment so much, but they've updated the one part of it that I thought really did need it, and that was the character models. So now the playable character actually looks good. Elma looks good. They all look good. Like, this is incredible. I'm really pleased about this. I'm really not sure how to fully react to this. I'm obviously ecstatic that it's coming to Switch, because that means that every main Xenoblade Chronicles game is now on the Nintendo Switch. And while I don't know what happens towards the end of the story, I have been told that it sort of doesn't end very well. Like, the ending is quite open-ended. I've said end a lot of times there. And it leaves a lot of room for a follow-up. So maybe they're going to change something there. Maybe you will get that follow-up. Maybe that's the reason why they're putting it on Switch, because they're working on a follow-up for the Switch too. Honestly, I'd be down for that. More Xenoblade is just good. Aside from the character models, the one thing that I did want them to change was how quick it is to progress. It felt very slow to progress in the original version of the game. But at the same time, I don't want them to do that because it feels as if it's completely going against the original core design of the game, and I don't want to mess with that. I would never want to mess with that. Off the top of my head though, if this is Definitive Edition, as in, you know, like the first game Definitive Edition, my hopes for it would be exactly what you've already seen. Newer character models, Switch port, obviously, and if the ending is a little bit too bleh, change it. I don't know, like sequel bait, make a follow-up, anything. But aside from that, some DLC, you know, like Future Connected attached to the main game, I would love that. The game is great, and I wish I got to play more of it. I just couldn't with how many times that my Wii U died. It got too frustrating. The thing that I'm most excited for, though, as somebody who never beat the game, is the opportunity to go through it on what will probably be, for me anyway, easier to use hardware. It took me forever to get used to the Wii U gamepad, and even then I'm still not great with it. So having it take advantage of whatever the Switch can do for it is going to be a plus for me. But I'm looking forward to this. I really am, because I can go back and remake my video if I want to. I can make a comparison between what I did play and what I didn't play and see how they stack up against each other, you know, the pros and cons of each version. And that just sounds like it's going to be an interesting challenge for me. So I'm looking forward to this for a lot of different reasons, but aside from all of the reasons, it's a Xenoblade game. What's more, it's a Xenoblade game on the Switch, and I can buy a physical copy of it, it seems. I'm down. I'm already there. I'm already in. However, if I could make just one personal request, Nintendo, please, if you're going to do a special edition of the game, don't make it a bloody Nintendo Store exclusive, for God's sake. I still don't have the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 special edition, collector's edition, whatever you want to call it. I still don't have it, and it pisses me off so bad. I'm not going to go on eBay and pay, what is it, £120 for an empty box? It doesn't even come with a game. What the What kind of a moron would do that? I suppose a collector would do that, but like, I am a collector, but I'm not a dumb collector. I'm not going to do that. So just make it available on Amazon, any other website than that god-awful website that you have, Nintendo, because please, I can't look at Wario's face again. I can't. I'll kill you! Just do that for me, Nintendo, and I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.